It's on another side of the library that I haven't gone to before. And there's like a big earth, like globe above it, floating above it.
Tell me more about that.
And it feels like all the books have years. Like all the books on the shelves, they each have a year. Like from the 1900s, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
in 1992 and 1990. And it's just, yeah.
Very good. And now, are you able to find the year 2026?
Yeah.
I want you to access that book. And when you do, can you describe what that book looks and
Feels like history. That's what I'm getting, energy of history.
And what do you mean by history?
Like there's going to be a lot of history in this book. And I'm getting the energy of history again. I'm seeing a dinosaur. And I like how their history, like a fossil.
Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. And as you're tuning into this information, we're going to call in the appropriate guides to help you explore and understand the predictions for 2026.
So it feels like there are 3 guides.
Tell me about them.
It feels like one of them is a woman and 2 of them are male. But they're not like human beings. They're more like, it's I don't want to say a figment of my imagination, but it's like they're being presented in like a metaphorical form. They're small, like the size of, I guess, think of like a really small human that has like a big head, like a really tiny body, but the head's kind of big. And so, yeah, so they're small and feels like it feels like historians almost.
Yeah. Do they go by names? Do they have a name?
I'm not getting anything.
It
feels like they're just here. Kind of like a museum guide is what I'm getting.
Very good. So as you access the book, what is the first thing that stands out to you?
And I'm seeing the fossil, like from a dinosaur, like imprinted. Like it's gonna, like what happens this year is gonna leave an imprint.
Tell me more about this revolution. Why is there going to be a revolution? And what is the revolution?
I'm hearing a twist. So it's like it's like a twist of power where it's like people reclaiming the power.
And
it feels like there's going to be a fight against it. So there's going to be some resistance, but it's like, I see the people really trying to go forward. It's like a revolution.
And what will we notice? What will that revolution look like as it takes place month by month?
I'm just getting that's the energy of the year of 26 is like, it's not that it's just going to be playing out all year. It's like, this is the start of something new.
Yes. I feel like I've been even feeling that in my energy field as well. Like, I want to say for the past few months now, I've just been like, about 26, like, it's the revolution. Like, people are going to be like literally marching to the White House. So, I mean, at least I've been feeling that energy. So it's interesting.
Yeah. And it's not just like one event is going to happen. This is something that needs to happen because basically the twist needs to happen. So it's like, it's part of the collapse of the old. And so this is where it's like, we're at a turning point this year where it's like, we've built up so much where now the energy is there for people to revolt. And so we're going to see this playing out. I mean, it really starts this year, but it doesn't feel like this is how the new comes in.
And can you give us more information on the twist?
It's like, so basically you have like the government and then you have the people, and you have the government who has the power and the people are twisting that. Like they're saying, no, I'm going to spin it in my direction where I'm going to get it. But the government doesn't just let go of it and say, oh, well, they revolted, so we lose. They give resistance back. But even with the resistance, it's like the energy is encouraging the people to continue revolting. So like the energy is in our favor.
Okay.
So it's us overcoming this.
And in what ways does the government try to push back? What do they do?
I'm just seeing them pushing them down. I'm just seeing them pushing people down, like trying to stop them. It's very symbolic. But it feels like, it's crazy, but it feels like they're outnumbered. It's not a small group of people who are revolting. Maybe it's just the energy that I'm seeing, but it's a lot of people. So in comparison,
why are they?
I don't know how successful the government would be in pushing them down, because it doesn't feel this isn't a continue. This is the beginning of a new era. So it doesn't feel like it's just going to stop. Yeah.
And what should we know about this new era?
That this is how the new earth gets built, the power getting back into the right hands.
Is this why in previous sessions we're shown the split happening faster?
It feels like so, because I see a big ball, like what is it called? I guess like a rolling stone. And I see now there's so many people. So it's like the stone was just there, but now so many people push it and it just rolls. It has so much momentum behind it.
Can you see how the people are being supported in the ethers with this?
It feels like spiritual warfare, because I see angels that are supporting them, that are sending them energy, that are influencing this, giving them strength.
Can you connect with one of those angels now? And can you connect with that angel and see what message they have for you today about what we can prepare for?
So I see the angel and I see it's like, imagine like lightning is coming from its finger and it's just tapping the heads of so many people and it's giving them strength to keep moving forward.
Very good. And now, as we move on with these predictions, messages for 26, what other messages do they have? What other predictions are there for us in this year? What can they tell us? Can they give you information that will help the collective, whether it is to wake up or to prepare or to act? What can they tell us?
So I see June and July being highlighted, and I'm also seeing December.
Tell me more about those months. What information is in store in those months?
It feels like in July, I'm getting like a halt.
You can see the scenes unfold. What is this halt?
It feels like it's a pause. Like it feels like it's a pause in this fight.
Tell me more. As you begin to explore, you can understand. We want clarity on this pause.
Distractions. Like it feels like there's going to be distractions that we're going to be distracted with over the summer. I don't know how intense this like revolution energy is, but it feels like this is the government's way of kind of getting us off course.
And can they give clarity on what type of distractions we'll notice? So when we see these distractions, we are aware that they are distractions.
I'm hearing, I don't want to say it, but I'm hearing the B word, like what happened at the Boston Marathon.
Okay, so like you said, be like boy.
Did you remember the Boston Marathon? What happened?
Yes. Is that gonna happen in multiple places or one specific place?
I don't know, but it feels big. It feels, because I feel so weird giving this information, because I'm like, I don't know. I hope I'm getting the right information, but I'm getting the image of 9/11. So it feels like a big distraction.
And you get a sense that this is going to be around June or July? Can you get clarity on that? And it's okay, just trusting the information that comes through to you.
Definitely feels July.
And what will happen after? Notice what happens after. You mentioned December stood out. See what leads up to December. Allow yourself to leave that scene. And
it causes like, that would cause a recalibration in people, where it's like people see that level of chaos and they want to turn away from it. So yeah, I see how that would work in their favor. Because if people are having these revolutions and they see that level of chaos, then they kind of want to retire from it. This is a lot. I don't want this.
So you get a sense that it is going to look like it is caused by the people, or
no, it's a distraction. Something to distract the people, to basically slow down the momentum They get them to turn in a different direction where they don't want to revolt anymore.
Because now they have to recover from what took place.
Well, it's that they see it on such an intense level, like destruction on such an intense level. And that's when they say, oh, wait, I don't want this. Is a lot. Like it's kind of like a reality check.
Is this destruction going to be an accident? Look like an accident or an attack?
No, it's a distraction. Yeah, it's something strategic.
Okay, so allow yourself to move forward in the scenes to see, why does December stand out? What is going to happen in December that was highlighted for you today, for us today, for the collective today? What is going to happen in December?
No, I'm not sure, but it's another big month.
Tell me more. Just allow that information to flow through. Just connecting with your guides and connecting back with that list in your hand that will offer more clarity and insights. And just trusting the first impressions that you receive. Notice what stands out or what information comes through to you for December 26th. And you may do this now.
Okay, I'm hearing cold front, and I was hearing that a little bit ago, and then I paused because I was like, I don't know. And then I started getting an image when I tuned back in. I started getting an image, and Santa Claus kind of like symbolic of like freezing, really cold.
You got an image of the North Pole and Santa Claus freezing because it's really cold?
Yeah.
Tell me
something
more.
With climate.
Tell me more about the climate that is going to take place in December. What should we prepare for?
I'm just getting like a big climate change.
Where will this climate change take place? See that happen now. See what is, or allow yourself to explore what is causing this change.
Melting, something melting.
Be there now. Be at this place that is melting now. What do you notice melting?
Feels like Antarctica.
Tell me more. Why do you get a sense it's Antarctica?
That's just what's coming. I'm seeing ice and it's dropping down, and as it drops, it turns into water.
And at what rate? See the rate at which this is taking place, the melting. What is the rate of Antarctica melting?
It feels like, I'm sorry, it's so weird getting this because I know nothing about this. It feels like 30%.
Thank you for that. No, you're doing very good, and just trusting the impressions that you're receiving. Why is Antarctica melting? Why is this caused by something? Or does this serve a purpose? Why is Antarctica melting? Why is Antarctica melting?
I'm just hearing a shift.
And what will we notice because of this? Allow yourself to see and to receive this information now.
Feels like this is going to really wake people up to climate, like climate change. It feels like it's going to be very like, shit, this is real kind of moment for a lot of people.
And why is that?
It's just something very shocking. It's shocking and it's unsettling. It's making people realize that like we're living on a dying planet.
And how are people affected by this melting? See that take place now.
I just see it being more like emotional distress. Like, I just see people worried.
And as you tune into these events and you see from a higher perspective, notice if there is cause to.
This is part of the shift also. I'm hearing to be aware that we have to take care of our planet because we didn't take care of our planet. And this is why an Earth is dying. So it's positive for the shift because we're going to gain this awareness in the new Earth. We're going to be aware that it's important. Like it's a necessity. We have to take care of our planet.
Very good. And notice all the ways that we did not take care of the planet. See that take place now.
Seeing polluting the soil.
Tell me more about that.
Well, I'm seeing pouring like unauthorized liquids on the soil. This is more on I wouldn't know what level it's on because I'm getting the image of a person doing it. So I'm thinking it's a micro level, but maybe it's bigger.
And why would they want to put toxin into the soil? Is that for pesticide or there an agenda behind that? Allow yourself to explore that information.
I'm just hearing artificial. Like they're taking this living planet and they're trying to control it, like make it into what they want, but it's a living planet.
So they're trying to make it more artificial?
Yeah, like they're going against nature. It's like it's their planet. They could do what they want with it. They own it. That's their mindset instead of like, we have to take care of this.
Mm-hmm.
They make it into what they want.
Mm-hmm. At the expense of the planet.
Yeah, it's greed.
Very good. Thank you for that. Now, as you return back to the book and you flip through the pages, notice if there's any other messages that stand out today. Tell me more about that. Allow yourself to tune into that page and just see what happens next as you explore that.
Feels like there's a lot of momentum that kicks off in March. Like that's when the momentum really starts to become prominent.
And why is that? What happens in March, or what causes this momentum in March? Allow yourself to explore that now.
It feels like more energy, like there's more energy it's like we're going to be sent more energy in March, but also it's like there was already momentum building up. And so when this surge of energy comes in, it just really encourages forward movement.
Very good. Thank you for that.
But it feels like it's like cosmic energy. Like I like something I don't know, like we're just getting some kind of cosmic energy, whether it's from cosmic forces or an astrological event, but there's an influx in March.
Very good. So now what I'd like for you to do is we're just gonna put this book back for now. And I want for you now to just see yourself as if you were in space and bring your attention to the sun, also to the cosmos, so to the sun, to the moon, any stars. And you're gonna see time lapse for the year. And I want for you to see what happens to the sun. What are you seeing in space on an astronomical level? This will help give us insight on the energies that will take place on Earth. See this time lapse of events happening now, and let me know when that is complete.
I don't know what this means, but I see the sun moving forward and then it pauses. It might be solar flares in March.
Tell me more about that.
Because the sun, it pauses so early on. So kind of like a quarter of the way through, it pauses. And so it's, reminding me March. And because I see the sun, it's like solar and it's like as if the sun is staying there to give us more of its energy.
Very good. So you notice that the sun is giving solar flares in March, and then in June and July it pauses to give more?
No, I only seen it get to March and that's where it paused.
Okay, very good. So let's continue the time lapse and see what happens as you finish the year. You may do this now and you can let me know.
It feels like we get so much in March, and that creates it's like this activating, like fire energy that we really feel in April. So it's like April's like on fire, like that, but it's hot, like it's a lot. Because it's like that energy that we're receiving, it feels like it goes into motion in April.
And how can people use that energy to their benefit and to the benefit of the planet?
I'm hearing to take action.
Tell me more about
hearing to take action, forward movement, change, executing change.
And see what happens next as you continue. Do you notice anything different as you see the events that happen in December in space?
So it feels like we get the most like solar energy in March out of the whole year. And it feels like it kind of slows down towards the end. So it kind of feels like it's like I'm seeing the sun moving slower towards like the later part in the year, but not moving slower, like it sits in the places longer, kind of more like it's not as active.
And why is that?
It just feels like the trajectory.
And is there anything we should know about that for the following year?
You know, I'm just hearing change. Like I'm getting like
Climate change.
like things are going to be changing. It's different and not the same.
Very good. Thank you for that. So now allow yourself to bring your attention back to the earth.
And the earth is less alive, like it's losing its color, like it's darker.
And why is that? What does that?
Kind of.
Okay, so you're seeing the planet Earth and you see that it has less color. It looks darker or like it's decaying.
Yeah.
And tell me more about that. Why does the planet look like this? What should we know?
Cause and effect.
Cause and effect. So the Earth before in pictures did look brighter, and now it doesn't. So that is because it is a cause and effect of the events that have been taking place on the planet.
It's like a result of the planet dying. Planet Earth is really dying. That's why we're experiencing this abnormal climate. This is like this Earth is ending, and that's why the split's happening. It's more prominent now.
What does a planet do when it dies? How does it die? What does it do? Allow yourself to see what that would look like when a planet reaches death.
I don't know if this is accurate. I'm just seeing it crumble.
That's
like almost like if something turns to like stone and crumbles. Like a shell.
That's okay. Allow yourself to continue to explore and see what happens to those crumbles.
I don't see it anymore.
No.
I don't see it like
it's gone. Now, as the Earth goes through these climate changes and shift into the new Earth, are these signs that we're seeing, such as volcano eruptions, earthquakes, and like just, weather patterns, are those signs of the Earth dying? Or
yes, there's going to be so many. We're going to see so many of them. There's going to be, it's like so many malfunctions, like nature malfunctioning. And that's because they can't function properly anymore.
And why can't it function properly anymore?
If it's dying. So it's like, it's dying. So it can't maintain how it used to. We're seeing the death of it. And a lot of these natural disasters, it's because the planet's dying.
And as you connect with the consciousness of Gaia, see what happens to her consciousness during this shift.
I'm not getting much, but I'm just getting a rebirth. I'm seeing like the shedding, kind of like a snake.
Very good.
Like she's going through the shedding also. And it's not easy. It's a big transformation. It's not like a loud energy, but if I were to feel any kind of energy, it's an energy of sadness.
Does her energy shift into the new Earth? Or is the new Earth a different consciousness?
Feels like it's her higher consciousness, her more evolved consciousness.
Very good. Thank you for that. And now, one last request. Allow yourself to see the events in Florida. And on a timeline, can you see if there's going to be any events that happened to Florida? I'm asking because I've seen dreams of tsunamis, so I'm just curious to see, is anything going to happen to Florida?
It feels like later in the year.
And can you tell me more about that and what might take place?
I'm getting feels like, I don't know if it would be a hurricane exactly, but it kind of feels like that. It feels like hurricanes will be more of a normality. Like they're going to pick up, they'll go away. They'll pick up, they'll go away. So it feels like more of an influx of these weather storms. But it feels like later in the year, feels like November.
Thank you for that. Very good. Now, allow yourself.
It does feel like the intensity, how before maybe they would be like, I don't know, like a level 1. And then, it's like the really bad ones are like a level 4. It feels like it'll be more of like in the future, it'll be more of a normality to see like level 4 storms. It kind of becomes more normalized. And that's because of this shift with the planet.
Yeah, actually, they've been really going really higher. Before it was like 5. They've been so high that now they're like, it's like you need a new level, like a level 6. Since that, yeah, like these hurricanes have been like the size of states. I remember there's this one hurricane that was like the size of Texas.
Yeah, that's gonna be more normal.
So,
and it's part of the destruction. Like it's sad.
So if there's,
well, no, I'm just seeing them coming and going, and this is part of that. Like part of the planet dying. I did hear a psychic before say that they previewed like 29, and they seen like half of the West Coast being taken out, like California and some other states, like just being blown through. I can now understand that, because it's like I see clearly that the planet's going through a death. So it's like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of this natural destruction.
Now, this natural destruction, is it going to be like years before it's bad, or is this happening very fast?
It's picking up. It feels like we're going to normalize bad now, because how before, like maybe if a regular hurricane is a stage 1, now a regular hurricane's like a stage 4. And so that's going to be normalized, like this destruction. So we're like really in it now. This is not the worst, but it's the bad is normalized now.
And I guess if I can ask, why isn't there more? Because if we know the planet's dying, then surely the people at higher levels know the planet is dying. So why aren't there more efforts to save the planet? Allow yourself to explore that now. Or is this just part of the shift?
It feels inevitable. That's what I'm getting at. It feels like it's inevitable.
It's part of the shift?
Well, I'm just getting that it's inevitable. So it's like if they try to save the planet now, it feels like it's too far gone.
I see. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like they could tip it anymore. It's like it's already taken off.
Okay. Thank you for that. So,
and I'm hearing escape, like an escape route. Like that's what they think would be the resolution.
Can you tell me more about that? Is this why? Can you tell me more about that? About these escape routes?
I don't feel like I can channel on that, because I'm not really getting anything coming through.
That's okay.
But it's like that's their mindset, like the higher ups, like they kind of like they know it's like, yeah, that we're living on a dying planet. The only way would be to like inhabit, another place.
Yes, to get off the planet.
Yeah, that's their awareness and why they don't put an effort to change it.
When you mentioned the planet crumbling, does the planet self-destruct, or it just fades over time? See what happens with that.
Because I see it as a shell. So basically it dies. So it's like, not to be graphic, but it's like, think of like a human that, just like a death. It's like, or like a butterfly that dies. It's like you could see the butterfly at first and it just kind of loses its color. And then afterwards it just decays and kind of shrivels up. And then there's really no remains to it. That's what it feels like, as if like the earth would kind of be a skeleton for a period of time, like a shell. And then eventually I just see it like crumbling, just kind of like disintegrating, like turning to ashes.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for all the information that came through today.
One of the historians is pointing to the book.
Okay. Well, what book is he pointing to?
The 2026 book. It's the woman with the glasses. She's pointing to the book like there's something else in here to see.
Okay, let's explore that. Allow yourself to pick up that book and see what is she signaling you to see today.
I see now.
Tell me more about that.
I was like, this change is taking place now.
This change? Which change?
The revolution.
Yes. Can she tell us more about that?
She's taking off her glasses and she's showing them around, and she goes, look. And she's moving it around, like, look around. It's happening now.
Yes. I've seen. It's kind of like reminding me too, like how we were talking earlier about the kid.
Yes.
Exposing things.
Wow.
Yes. Is there anything else she wants you to see, or any other messages she has for you?
Can I see what happens with the tax strike, or like with the taxes, this tax system?
Yes, let's explore that. So, connect with the historian guide and see if it's in this book, or allow her to show you what is going to happen with this, with the taxes and the tax strikes. Allow yourself to access that book so we can gather more insight on what is to occur in 27 regarding the tax system. And what should we know about taxes?
I'm hearing collapse.
Tell me more.
I'm just hearing it is coming. A collapse is coming. But it feels like this is a good.
Is it necessary for people to pay their taxes?
Feels like right now, I'm not confident on it, but it feels like it could be right now, yes.
But leading into 20.
Can I dive more into that? Because I don't see how that makes sense.
Yes, let's explore that. Connect deeper and see what happens next. Allow yourself to explore more information regarding the tax systems right now.
So it's because the system's still functioning, it's still in place, and it doesn't feel like there's going to be, like right now, there's not. I'm just kind of getting it's still functioning right now. So that's why.
Okay, thank you for that. I guess if I can ask one last question. Are the extraterrestrial races, if the planet is dying, do they help people get off the planet, or is this way in the future? See what they can tell you about that.
So now I'm seeing book 28.
Tell me more.
But it feels like the end where it's like 28 to 29. But it's book 28. I'm gonna grab it. Right, I felt when I grabbed the book, I just feel this just so much like dense energy in my stomach just when I grabbed the book. There's something in 27 still.
Okay, let's explore that. What is standing out for 27?
So it feels like the collapse is because of mass fraud.
You said mass fraud?
Uh-huh.
Tell me more about that.
So it's not necessarily, it's like that's what causes the collapse. Because it all gets where it gets everything from the old earth, all the structures that weren't working, everything that caused the destruction, it's like the earth is exposing it, because it's like the energy of the planet is like it exposed everything that like destroyed me, and at the core that energy caused a lot of destruction. So it's like all just how the planet was even ran led to this. There's so many things that led to the death of the planet, not only just the, pollution and the kind of like the infrastructure. It's like even the government systems were part of this. Yeah, so it's like everything that will not work on the new earth is getting exposed. It's inevitable. Exposure is really inevitable.
And is that will also causes
the revolution is the transition. So that's because of that's great. It's all part of this. It's all the like revolting that we're seeing, even on a micro level, at a macro level, it's all because of the shift, the planet shifting. Every single thing that did not work, everything that was wrong with the old earth cannot happen on the new earth. So it all has to be exposed and collapsed. So it's like entirely new structures have to be built.
Is there anything else in 27 for you to see today?
Feels like that's it.
Very good. So allow yourself to access the book of 28 so we can see what will happen with this shift with the extraterrestrials from planet to planet.
What it feels like is them trying to make connection. Like they're trying to make connection with people, like with certain humans.
And how do they do that?
It feels like it's through subtle interactions, whether it's like a certain person keeps seeing multiple UFO sightings. It's like these subtle interactions, but it feels like as if they're going to try making contact with people that they're contracted with.
What would they be? What would a contract be?
Like at a soul level. So it's like people who are helping with this shift into being a galactic civilization. They have to start making contact with the people who are going to help aid them in this shift.
Can you tell me more about the galactic civilization? What is that?
Where we live amongst them.
And so tell me more. You mentioned they begin to make contact, and what happens next?
It just feels like it's a lot of that. Like it's a lot of just making themselves known to the right people, like to the people that need to be in contact with them.
And what
basically, making those people comfortable with their presence.
And what do they do once they've established contact?
Feels like the interaction begins because I see a ship coming down. I see a ship landing and an alien walking off it into a backyard. Because it's showing me my old house and the backyard of my old house. So I see a ship landing and an alien walking down into my backyard, but staying at a distance from me. So it's like they can't just, run up to me. It's very much easing their way in because their presence is very strong. So they know that just kind of, running up to someone would cause more damage and instill more fear because it's a shock in the person's system. So they know that they have to be very slow and steady, cautious.
And allow yourself to see if you or I in the future we will meet or come in contact with an alien, for lack of better words. See if that will happen to us. I see a lot of UFOs all the time, by the way.
I see for sure you. I see for both of us, yes. I'm seeing when I say for sure you, it's because I see multiple ships around it. Like I see you and I see
Can you
like
tell
5
me
ships.
more about that?
It's like they know that you're so willing. It's like they know that like you're like so willing to work with them. And it's kind of like you're like a guaranteed success where it's like they know that you'll cooperate.
Yes. Very cool. Thank you for that.
And I see it feels like with me too, more so because of my consciousness, but not because I don't really have an interest. So it's just kind of like, it feels like a guarantee for you. It feels like and when I see 5 of them, it's because like there's many of them that are like, I want to work with her. Like I want to connect with her.
And as you explore the events with you, what is it that you want to do? Allow yourself to tune into that time frame.
Okay, it's raising consciousness in other people because if I can raise the consciousness in other people, they'll be more compatible with connecting to the consciousness of an alien. So raising consciousness of the humans is like prep work because if their consciousness is very low, then they can't exist on the same plane as an alien. So it feels like that's how I provide support. And it could feel as if I'm not like solid on this, but it could feel as if they help me with my work, like with my material, possibly kind of like through downloads, kind of like they work through my consciousness and then I spread it to others. So I kind of feel more like, I guess kind of like a third party, I guess you could say, where it's like they can work through me. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you for that. So now we're just going to explore one last theme. And I'm curious to know, we saw the events taking place last session where you were describing how the aliens would be going against the people going against them. Well, my question is the government going to stage fake alien attacks? Allow yourself to explore that now.
There's something in the 28 book still.
Okay, allow yourself to explore that. What is in the book?
Towards the end. It's towards the end of it.
Tell me more about that.
I'm giving alien invasion. This is at the end of it.
And as you tune into that and you tune into the energies, what energy is it giving off?
It's not clear, but it feels more like fear because they're aware that they have to go slow and steady. They're aware that that's their mission. I mean, it could just be, I'm not sure. It could just be media because there's more sightings, but maybe it's like a headline on the news that'll happen because we're seeing minimal sightings. Maybe it'll get twisted. I'm not sure. Because it's not a strong energy of fear, but it feels more like that.
Is there anything else that stands out or that you can share about that? Allow yourself to tune in and explore that now.
I'm just hearing to be prepared.
Okay.
Be prepared and watch. Just watch. Keep up with the shift and what's happening. And it'll be more clear.